Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Autopsy Simulator. Now, this game has been delayed and hell, even canceled, I believed, at one point. But today, sorry, I'm adjusting the volume. But today it just came out. June 6th, 2024. You saw me react to the re-announcement trailer, which I was very, very hyped for. So, oh god, excuse me. Sorry, I'm drinking a ghost as well. We're going to try to get as much done with this game as we can, because I do leave for Forbidden Kingdom today. But as you're seeing this, I will already be there. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Now, I know it said continue there. I was trying to look at the digital art book, but it loaded me right up into a game. I was like, oh, fuck, I didn't want to do that. So, sorry. Honestly, from what I've been seeing, this game looks amazing. Got the prologue.
Office of the Medical Examiner, Beatsville. Dr. Jack Hanman is speaking. How can I help you?
Good evening, this is Kate Brooks. I'm not sure if you remember me. A few weeks ago, we talked about an article I'm working on. It's about your wife. I dropped by last Friday to speak to you, but you weren't working at the time. I asked the security guard to pass on a note for me. I would like us to discuss the topic of...
I thought I had made it painfully obvious for the last time. No! Please don't call me again and stop inquiring about my wife. Damn journalists. They don't let me work. God damn it. I'm not in the best frame of mind to record a lecture for my students now. I'm feeling completely broken. Where did I leave my meds this time?
Alright, so self-therapy. So we gotta check the bathroom. Oh, okay, it's right click. Is this the bathroom? It is. Ah, here they are.
Okay, time to pull myself together. And get back to work.
Fuck happened to the bathroom? Is this a... Alright, so I can inspect items, so I can put that back. Alright, cool. This place is a dump.
I need to set the camera first.
Take the camera from the storage room.
This place is starting to look like a hoarder's dream. Now remember, Jack, don't forget, hit the record button this time.
Place a tripod in the dissecting room. Alright.
Hopefully the new tripod is going to hold up.
Good thing there's a nudity filter. Holy. Alright, one moment. I'm seeing screen tearing. So gotta give it a second. There we go. It's a little better.
Now, I just have to get everything in frame.
Good thing.
This should be fine. November 20th, 1991. Time, 8:43 p.m. Recording for medical students from the University of Missouri. This autopsy is conducted by Jack Hanman. Hello, everyone. Let's start. Always wear an apron, mask, and gloves. Goggles are a must when the job is splashy. And in case of sharp accidents, it's worth having disinfectants at hand. It's true that you won't get ptomaine poisoning straight away, but if your liver or kidney aren't doing well, you may end up with diarrhea.
So wait,
In the process of revealing and securing forensic evidence, it is difficult not to interfere with the original condition of the deceased. Written and photographic documentation plays a vital role throughout the entire examination process. The cadaver is placed on its back on the autopsy table. The pathologist stands on the right of the deceased. Make sure that all the necessary tools are always at hand so that you don't have to run around looking for something like I do all the time. During your research, be patient, inquisitive, but above all, attentive to detail. Many injuries are visible at first glance, but sometimes they can be cover for more interesting stories. And lastly, remember that nothing teaches you self-narration like working with the dead. So get used to that fact soon. Everyone will think you're talking to yourself. Always wear an apron, goggles are and it's true. Now, onto the police folder. That will contain all sorts of pertinent information as to who the deceased might be and what potentially happened to them. So, let's take a closer look, shall we? The deceased's name is Tobias Chambers, locally known as Old Toby. Homeless and unemployed for at least a couple of years. The deceased was found on the outskirts of a parking lot at a gas station, where he often begged and persistently offered drivers to wash the body was noticed by a station employee during the morning shift. Initially, he thought that someone had thrown some boots and a coat in a nearby ditch. It took him a moment to recognize the pile of clothes as the body of a man. He worked most of his life at the local port dealing with unloaded cargo. He was fired for being drunk and starting fights. His son runs a hardware store on his own. His wife left him years ago. They both had no contact with the deceased. Signs of libation were found around the body. Empty bottles, traces of an inept attempt to start a fire, and a scattered makeshift blanket. That's it. It's worth remembering the context around the scene of a death. This allows you to better interpret any traces found on the body. I shouldn't start the procedure without gloves. Now it's our turn to take some pictures for our files. If I can just remember where I left the camera. Aha! There you are. I knew it was here somewhere. As I mentioned at the beginning, before we begin the internal examination, we need to document the cadaver and the condition it arrived in. We begin with a full body photo. Try and stick to the top-down rule, but this is not always possible. Let's keep in mind it's all about the legibility, not the perfect frame. Voila! Now we move on to the next step, looking for traces. Take your time. Look at the corpse from different sides, from different angles, up close, and from a distance. You're looking for anything out of the ordinary. Some wounds in the feet and signs of frostbite.
Can I zoom in with the camera?
Shoes were too small.
Oh, I can. Okay. Okay, I'm trying not to get his junk there, YouTube. Okay. No.
That's something interesting. It will be necessary to check whether this injury was severe enough to cause damage to the brain. Hardened hands, worn out by physical work, and frostbite.
Alright, there's one more thing we gotta find. It's not that. Wait, I always gotta be at the right. Is it his right, my right? Oh. Zooming.
Boiler healed wound. Looks old. I'll take a closer look later.
All right.
In a moment, we will check which of our initial observations will be worthy of further consideration. But before we get to that, I need to write down some basic data.
Pin photos on, on the board. All right. Get started. Perform the autopsy.
Scalpel, scissors, syringe, magnifying glass, knife. I guess I forgot to clean the knife. Scalpel, scissors, syringe, magnifying glass, knife. I guess I forgot to clean the knife.
Now, how do I perform the autopsy?
Let's start. Personal information. The deceased was unclothed. Date. Okay. As you can see, I note everything down on previously prepared forms. Every pathologist must keep a detailed record of every step of the autopsy. This not only allows you to track the procedure, but also collates the results together, upon which you may back up your conclusions. So, enough of the boring prep. Let's begin by taking a closer look at the spots I photographed earlier. For this, you're going to need a magnifying glass.
Okay, tab for tools. Magnifying glass.
Which spot first? Here we can see frostbite on the fingertips. We can tell by the characteristic skin color. I can confirm the presence of ecchymosis on the deceased man's head. The appearance indicates the intravital nature of the wound. Add alcohol, which I can clearly smell, and this was an accident just waiting to happen. It looks like a burn mark, no doubt painful, but it's not pertinent for this case.
Okay, can I move? Yes, I can.
Definitely a painful mix of frostbite, abrasions, and blisters. Old Toby had been wearing shoes too small for him for a very long time. That's if he wore any at all. So far, there are a lot of superficial wounds, but only one serious injury to the head. Let's go back to our notes.
Oh, shift is
First,
the clipboard?
I mark the location of the injuries and make note of the head wound. We're not in frost season yet, but high humidity, if Toby's body was cold for even though this type of wound didn't contribute to the deceased's death, we're still required to record. Various types of accidents are a common cause of death among the homeless and the elderly. Perhaps old Toby slipped and accidentally hit his head. Considering the conditions in which he slept, his body may have become hypothermic. The nights have been particularly nasty lately. We will check if there are any signs of freezing internally. This is of no interest to us. Since the deceased clearly smelled of alcohol, I'll add alcohol poisoning to our list.
Alright, put down the clipboard and continue the autopsy.
Rigor mortis. Well, we take our deceased by the hand. Gradually we raise it. Now let it go. As you can see, the hand falls loose. What's the conclusion? Death must have occurred more than 72 hours ago. The police information appears correct. Head trauma seems the most promising, so we'll start there. For this, I need an oscillating saw.
Oscillate saw?
The cut is made from ear to ear.
Oh my god.
After which, we remove the skin and the top of the skull. After basic examination, we can see that the brain's cerebral gyri in both hemispheres are symmetric. The brain looks good. Let's take a cross-section. Some pathologists prefer to examine organs without removing them. However, for me, it's much more convenient to examine them on a board, which we'll do now.
Leave the body. Exit. Okay. Dissect the brain on the cutting board?
Holding a long, narrow blade knife in the dominant hand, we slowly cut the cranial nerves on both sides, all the time pulling the brain towards us.
Oh, I gotta be careful. Okay, I can't touch the sides. I guess this is gonna get a lot harder as the game goes on.
So far, so good. The hematoma seems to have had no effect on the brain.
Return to the autopsy. Excuse me, holy shit.
We can rule the fatal accident out as well.
Exclude fall. Okay.
Brain's in good condition, so we have no choice but to proceed to the internal examination of the other organs. I grab a scalpel from my kit.
Scalpel.
The incision should be in the shape of a letter Y.
Wait,
We
can
use
I?
a deep cut to reach all the way to the ribs and to penetrate the abdominal wall. All right, now we peel back and separate the skin.
Ah, shit, didn't mean to do that. Oh! It's not letting me with this hand. There we go.
Now, we need to remove the ribs. We'll need the loppers for this.
Loppers. Oh my god, please don't make me do this.
Quite a satisfying crunch.
Oh!
After removing the cartilage tissue, we instantly notice two things. Firstly, there is no congestion of the internal organs. This means that although the deceased was hypothermic, it didn't kill him. Secondly, the deceased smoked like a chimney. So, we should take a closer look at those lungs.
What do I need? Do I need to...
We can see widespread black
Holy
and tarry
shit.
deposits caused by smoking. Despite the tragic condition of the lungs, they are not the cause of death. Alice smoked too. It didn't kill her, but... what was I talking about? Lungs. Yes. Advanced inflammation. What now? The syringe. Now's a good time to collect some samples. Specifically 3. From the eye, the heart, and the bladder.
The eye?
Vitreous humor analysis is very useful in indicating long-term alcohol abuse.
Oh
From
my
the
god,
bladder,
the blood.
we draw about 10 milliliters of fluid. 5 milliliters from the left ventricle should do it. Now we take our samples to the centrifuge. But before I do that, I need to find my notebook. My dyscalculia means that I always double-check the settings. Please excuse me while I run and fetch it. This whole thing is covered in stains. I should check this out under the microscope sometime.
Oh. Where's the centrifuge?
Let's get back to the examination. We put all of the samples into the rotor. Now, we set the appropriate time and speed.
Okay. Presence of alcohol in the blood. Oh my god. Time 15 minutes, speed 70%. Okay, that's 70.
Okay, let's roll. Oh shit. The fuses again. Where were we? Oh yes. The blood alcohol concentration. Let's see what we've got here. Everything's separated as it should. Our lab is closed until tomorrow after the last, incident. However, considering that Toby's favorite eau de parfum appears to be ethanol, I'm guessing the results won't surprise me at all. Let's go further. We will now focus on the cardiovascular system, specifically the heart. We remove the organ and examine it closely. We look for dark hypoxic areas, clots, or other elements that stand out as abnormal. At first glance, the heart looks fine. The pulmonary trunk and aorta seem to be in good condition. There are no pathological changes that would have contributed to Toby's death.
Ah, shit.
Size is normal, healthy, pink color. And as expected, the stomach has no major external damage. We must now cut it open and inspect inside. We will do it carefully so that its contents do not spill out.
Yo, this shit is wick. Where'd the brain go, bro? Holy shit.
We open the stomach along the greater curvature, from the heart to the pyloric end. Oh, I already feel like there's something left inside.
My mouse cord isn't long enough for this. If I have to go back, it's chalked, bro. Holy shit. Getting a little too close to the lines. Oh, mama.
Okay, large amount of gas, small amounts of yellow, grayish food content, resembling some kind of meat. Either our deceased hadn't eaten in days, or the bulk of his stomach had already found a way out. Looks like I'll have to find the missing contents.
So now what do we...
There are two ways here. One is obvious, and the other is... It couldn't have been suffocation, could it? I'll add this to the list and move on to the deceased's neck.
Shit.
At first glance, the trachea looks normal.
Oh, there's shit in there.
Same result as with the stomach. The external inspection doesn't tell us anything. This time we'll cut on a tray.
Cut on a tray?
While cutting such a small organ as the trachea, we must make a precise incision. To be able to cut with the very tip of the blade, we must hold the scalpel as we would a pen. And after careful examination and deduction, we've got it. A clogged trachea. It's time to summarize the whole thing. Based on the report and preliminary documentation, it's safe to assume that the deceased passed out after consumption of alcohol and then fell asleep on his back. Then, the gastric contents refluxed and flooded the airways, causing death. That's why we don't forget about the recovery position at dorm parties. And now it's all clear. The death was suffocation. Now, signature.
Oh, do I get to write here?
The mystery is solved. But for us, this is not the end. First, the dead body needs to be cleaned up.
There we go. Perfect. Kind of.
For this, we will need to close the body and grab the needle. First, we unroll the skin flaps.
Oh, that looks so
Then
sick.
we sew the deceased. I'm using the baseball stitch technique. This stitching method is very strong and quick to do. Beautiful. Now we say goodbye to the deceased and put them safely in the fridge, ready for the next stage of their journey.
Oh. I don't like that.
God, I'm tired. I'll drop these samples off at the lab on the way to the bar.
Can I end the recording? It's still recording. Scooby-Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-bop. Alright.
I'll call Steven. I don't feel like drinking alone today.
I thought something was gonna pop out at me. The fuck is this? Oh. Well, this was a loading screen. What the fuck is this? Oh, please don't fucking pop out at me. Why'd that scare me? You gonna start talking to me or something? I can't leave. Oh. What the fuck? Can I do something? Guess not. Chapter 1. Sorry,
Forgive me.
my mom's texting me right now. So sorry if I'm on my phone.
What? Christ.
Who leaves a plate of spaghetti on the floor?
Dream. Fuck. So much light everywhere.
Yo, where my bathroom at? There it is.
Pill a day keeps the defective Jack away. It's a shame these won't help with my hangover. It's just too dirty to use.
Hello.
Fucking phone. Okay. I know I'm late. I'll be there soon. It's not like the dead are impatient.
Jack, no.
Alice? Who is this?
It's Charlotte Graves.
Oh God, I'm sorry. I didn't recognize you. I thought it was work calling.
It's okay. I hate it when work calls me at home, too. How is everything? We haven't talked since, you know.
Well, there are good days And there are bad days. What can I say? At least I can hide away at work.
Well, you always were the most comfortable in the dissecting room. Listen, I have an unusual request.
Okay, how can I help?
It's nothing serious. I just wanted to ask, do you have any pictures of Alice? Maybe one where the two of us are together? I'd love to have something to remind me of her.
I guess. I'm not sure. I'll look through her things.
Thank you. I'm sorry to trouble you with this. All this can't be easy for you.
I'll get through it somehow. I've been meaning to sort through her stuff for a while. Have you asked Stephen if he has anything?
Yes, I spoke with him this morning. He said he gave everything to their mother and that I should ask you.
I see.
Jack,
A bit
I
embarrassed.
know you're trying. That you cope somehow. Stephen's there for you. Although, well, we all know how he can be. But, I mean, if you wanted to reminisce about Alice, talk.
I really should go now. I overslept, I'm late for work, and I still have some errands to run on the way.
Oh. Okay.
Get a wriggle on?
Sorry to keep you.
I'll look for something and send it over.
A
Thanks for
wriggle?
the call, and bye.
Oh, do you have my address?
Not on hand. You'd best remind me again.
292 Browning Lane, apartment 432, Johnson City, New York, 13790.
Got it. Thanks.
Thank you. It would mean a lot to me. Just miss her so much.
Yeah, me too. And that's okay. Really, no problem.
Thank you. Take care, Jack.
You too, Charlotte. It was nice to hear you. Well, that was a bit unexpected. I should probably find something to send.
What the fuck was that? Nah, bro. What the fuck? Doggos! On the downside, you're getting old. On the plus side, unlike me, you won't have to start going bald. Oh, you're cis. It's crazy. Is there anything on the back of this I should know about? Find a photo of Alice in an envelope.
Menu for today.
What's in the
Stay in town and take away coffee.
Is this Alice? Oh. Don't scare me. Whew. Okay.
It's been almost a year.
Oh, no.
It's always good to have something for a rainy day. I wasn't able to support her through this.
This is...
Death do us part. It was a miracle that the coffee didn't wash off the writing. And that she said yes. She got it for her first day of work, and she broke it the same day. She said it was for luck.
No, I want the wedding invitation. You bastard.
She got it for her first day of work, and she broke it the same day. She said it was for luck.
Okay, man.
Alice and Charlotte in Amsterdam. It's hard to believe they've known each other for so long.
So now I gotta find an envelope.
It would be better if Charlotte had this. It deserves to be on display and not hidden in a drawer.
There's the envelope.
Okay, time to go to work. I'm seriously late.
Yeah, you are. Post a letter in the mailbox? How the fuck? So wait. Oh, I'm in a dingy ass.
I should grab some coffee.
Now, where's the mailbox? Is that the bot?
These fluorescent tubes are brutal.
Nah, bro. Why you living in here? Is this the way out? I fucking hope so. Why are we in a fucking alleyway? Bro, you need a better apartment complex. Holy shit.
I hope this helps, Charlotte. Okay. All done here. Time to go. Huh?
What the fuck? Where's my car? Is this my car?
Damn. I forgot my jacket. Well. I'll brave it for tonight. Too bad.
Fucking hell. Oh, fuck. Brother, wasn't it just sunrise?
Nice and fresh. At least it's peaceful here.
Is it? Check your messages. Go to the office.
Good evening, Mr. Ridley.
Who?
The timesheet handman.
Some corpses have more personality than this guy.
Is this my office?
Christ. Who leaves the window open in the middle of November? So I'd better check the answering machine.
Hi, Jack. I dropped by a little early today. I left the body with Ridley in the corridor. He wasn't sitting in the locker then, so maybe he'll even throw him into the room. Well, how are you doing? I mean, it's your first birthday without her, and... This, I still have a hangover, and you know me, I run to the John like the neighbor's fucking dog. You know, today I slipped on his shit again. That fucking furball. He always has to shit next to my car. Anyway, I can't come over in the evening, but we'll catch up on the weekend, okay? Bye. I almost forgot. Charlotte called me this morning. She asked about you, so answer your calls, Jack. This time it's not a reprimand for being late.
That's par for the course. I wonder when this clown will learn to look under his feet. Birthday. I actually forgot it was today. Alice baked me muffins like these every birthday. A treat for later. I always crave something sweet after a section. Okay, joke's over. Apron, gloves, and get to work.
Work time, yay! Okay.
Oh, man. I remember you. You were on that talent show. What was your name again? I need to order another batch of these. I've got to remember to do that later. And that's the whole point. Steven laughs at me for recording everything. He says I have a bigger collection of stuff like this than most of the creeps he's caught. November 21st, 1991. Time, 9:13 p.m. The autopsy is conducted by Jack Handman. Lecture for the Medical University of Missouri. After yesterday's lecture, you should already know the ins and outs, so today we'll be consolidating our knowledge. So, where do I start? That's right, police folder.
Police time.
Ah, yes, Samantha Barker. Now remember, there's probably going to be a lot of chatter about this. Found in her own apartment by police patrol. Officers were called by a concerned friend of the deceased, who had been unable to contact Barker for several days. During the interrogation, a friend of the deceased admitted that Samantha never got to grips with the sudden fame that came after winning such a high-profile talent show. The deceased was found in her own apartment, in a semi-recumbent position on an armchair. Large quantities of alcohol and empty packets of sleeping pills were also found in the apartment. After her first album became a commercial success, she was hit with a creative drought. She suffered panic attacks and severe sleep problems. Drugs and medication came into play. When questioned, friends admitted that Samantha's last days before losing contact seemed extremely happy and relaxed. She also quit drinking alcohol and mentioned something about rehab. The friend also admits that there was no indication of an impending tragedy.
Nope, there was a warning sign. That was the warning sign. As soon as she had...
Let's see what settled this matter. As you can see, the body is fully clothed. Therefore, before we move on to photographic documentation, we must remove the clothes. This time, Okay, now we can continue with the examination. Again, begin by taking photographs of the cadaver. I guarantee that over time, it will cease being embarrassing for you. First, we photograph the whole body. And now, any suspicious-looking marks or wounds. Well, there's even more here.
It's your first real warning sign. Like...
Yes, I've seen this many times.
Like, if all of a sudden... Like, if they're depressed and you know they've been depressed for a long, long time. Ooh, what's going on with your neck there, girl?
Interesting. Very uneven. We need to investigate this.
Yeah, but there's one more thing we gotta take a photo of. It's not at the knees. There's gotta be something that I missed. Jesus Christ. Good thing there's a there it is. On the stomach.
You don't get such bruises from a normal contusion.
Alright.
We will need to look into here.
Alright, let's do that. Bop, 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 bop. What? Oh, it's just a glare. Performing autopsy. Alright.
Notes prepared. Time to take a closer look.
Alright, so... Oh yeah, that's right. We gotta start with a magnifying glass.
Such bruises are caused by either a very heavy blow or by some internal issues.
It might be internal issues from maybe the drugs.
Some furrows have imprinted more strongly, others less, as if someone was undecided. And here's something interesting. The skin of the deceased is covered with numerous blisters. Some of them are ruptured, others still contain fluid residue. The number of bruises suggests that there may have been some kind of tussle.
Somebody maybe got into a fight.
More numerous blisters. We have some leads to investigate here. Let's write this down.
Alright, back. Clipboard.
On the neck of the deceased, we can see clear furrows, indicating that strangulation may be the probable cause of death. Currently, it's difficult to say whether the bruises were the result of a beating, or whether it could be some kind of internal bleeding. In general, such blisters usually appear in the case of mechanical abrasions, but due to the place of occurrence, this should be excluded. Although it's easier to have abrasions on your feet, but the number and size of the blisters suggest that it's probably a matter of barbiturate poisoning. Given the condition of the deceased, it's difficult to tell immediately whether the bruises were the result of a struggle, or perhaps the result of iron deficiency. A severed spinal cord, trauma to the larynx, or trachea will verify whether the hanging was the final nail in Miss Barker's coffin. After examining the organs, we can easily verify whether there was internal bleeding or whether the deceased was suffering from something. I'll add barbiturates to the list of necessary tests, to be checked in the lab later. The examination with a UV lamp will dispel some doubts. Potential attackers could have left traces. Given the testimony of the victim's friend, I add alcohol poisoning to the list of potential causes of Miss Barker's death. A blood test will no doubt quickly verify that hypothesis. But
Is that on my
still check for
tools?
external traces. I look carefully at the whole body. UV rays will reveal any traces. The area around the head is empty. The left hand seems to be right hand clean. Legs, there's nothing here. Well, nothing to surprise us here. Now gently, we take the deceased by the hand. And we check for rigor mortis. Again, the hand falls freely. After yesterday, you should know what this means. Since we don't have a definitive lead, we will examine all the key organs one by one. So, I'm starting the internal inspection.
Okay, so we
I dissect the skin of the deceased. And I proceed to deflect the skin flaps. Compared with yesterday's body, the deceased has only trace amounts of adipose tissue. Now for the ribs.
Oh, I hate this part.
What do we have here? Or rather, what don't we have? There is certainly no sign of internal bleeding.
Well,
Sometimes regarding bruising, it doesn't take much. My wife was constantly banging into furniture, walking into door frames. That's a wonder she never broke anything. Before I disembowel the deceased, I will take samples for toxicological tests to determine the alcohol content in the body. I just need my syringe. Just to be sure, I'm taking samples from 3 organs: the eyeball, the heart, and the bladder. Analysis will rule out or confirm.
I hate
poison
looking
as
at
cause of
that,
death.
even though.
All done. I'll transfer these to the centrifuge.
Alright,
What was it? 15, 70, 10, 75? Maybe one day I won't need my notebook. Numbers have never been my strong point. It's probably why I regularly forgot birthdays and anniversaries. I'm lucky Alice always forgave me.
alright. Now, let's look at the notes. Toxicological for the present. Okay, so it'll tell us up here for alcohol. Okay. Even though we might have to do something else. 15 for 70. Or 70 for 15.
Gently does it with this old thing. Handle with kid gloves. I'm starting the centrifuge. Let's see what results come out.
Hey.
Laboratory is already open, so... Fucking hell! Ridley! Mr. Ridley! Where is he? The fuses need resetting. Fuck it. I'll do it myself. I swear there was a flashlight in here.
In there? Yo, I can't see a fuck. Oh. Wait, in the storage room? Yo, I can't see a fuck in the storeroom.
Whatever. I know where the switches are anyway.
Where the fuck is the storeroom? Oh, it's here.
First the right, and then the left. And voila.
there urine there?
Jack Hanman speaking.
Easy, why so rude?
Steve? Sorry, man. This place is falling apart, and Ridley won't even lift a finger to help. You just can't work here.
Did the centrifuge trip the fuses again?
Yeah. Eventually, everything's gonna go up in smoke.
Look on the bright side. It's a free cremation with your autopsy.
Jesus, stop it. That shit pisses me off.
Okay, sorry, Jack. Anyway, I'm calling to ask how the autopsy's going. Soon there'll be journalists sniffing around for info, so we'd best be ready.
I'll whiz through this in a couple of hours. It doesn't look like a complicated case to me. More of a formality. The report will be available in the morning.
Sounds great. Thanks. Phew! How's your head?
Well, my head seems better than yours. On the way to work.
Holy fuck. Jack, turn on the radio.
What? What's happening?
Quiet.
A 3-car police convoy was involved in an accident near Pete's Bay Bridge while transporting prisoners to Orleans Parish Prison. At the moment, we do not know the exact number of victims or whether any of the convicts escaped. However, the scale of the accident indicates a large number of victims, possibly even fatal ones. Police are on their way to investigate the incident and secure the area. We know that the injured prisoners are on death row. The police were to transport them to their execution, which was to take place tomorrow morning. Many of them are very dangerous criminals.
Where the fuck is this radio?
We'll report on the matter on an ongoing basis, so stay tuned with us.
What? Steven, was Red Pete one of the passengers? He was, wasn't he? What if he survived?
Jack, I have to go. They want me on site.
What if he survived?
I gotta go. Talk to you later, okay?
Fuck. Calm down, Jack. Pills. I need my pills.
Pill time, yay!
Jack. A serious accident.
Holy shit.
Lots of victims. He's definitely dead. Yes. Nothing's going to happen. Christ. I've got to get back to work.
Oh, we got our centerpiece. Ah, your mother smells.
Technical break. At least I know I can pursue a career as a janitor if I need my own but trusted centrifuge. Ideal for all the fluid tests I need to perform during an autopsy. Fucking hell!
Shut up! Holy shit. That made my blood run cold, by the way.
Let's see if we were able to get anything out of this piece of crap. And miraculously, yes. The samples did spin. I'll transfer them to the chromograph in the lab.
Into the rack? What do you mean into the rack? Oh, this is a laboratory.
Right, let's load this up. I placed the test tubes in the rack. Now, just take 5 milliliters from each. Precisely. And the next.
Okay, so now I drag it over here. I gotta set it to 15. Just drop that bitty in there.
We put the prepared sample into the machine. Let's see what we have here. The results indicate that the deceased did consume alcohol shortly before her death. However, this is not
Oh, I fucked it. Guys, I fucked it.
Death. Just slight inebriation. I can return to the body and continue the rest of the examination. The chromatograph results show that we can eliminate alcohol poisoning from our list of potential causes of death. However, remember that alcohol can affect the functioning of the entire body. It disturbs the heart rhythm, accelerating its rate, and dilutes the blood, which may result in more severe bleeding in the event of an accident. Also remember that alcohol affects the metabolism of drugs in the liver, which I'll now look at in more detail. First, I'll pick up the syringe again. I'll take samples from the liver and the heart to test the concentration of barbiturates in the body. That's enough. I'll do the test later. I'd best not try my luck with the centrifuge right now. Now I remove the liver. No lesions. However, it is slightly enlarged. Perhaps it's a slight inflammation or drug-induced damage. It may also be the result of the deposition of substances from drugs. Let's check the weight of the organ.
Fuck, I keep forgetting I don't need to hit escape. Slap that bitty in there. Plop.
The weight is 1,300 grams. The liver is enlarged. I'll move on to a cross-sectional study. Perhaps the enlargement is the result of early cancerous changes. The blade glides through smoothly. I don't feel like I'm encountering any changes with an unusual structure.
Alright, so... Did we do something with... No, we did something with the brain, so it was actually kind of easier like this one.
No steatosis or cirrhosis. The liver is actually quite clean inside.
Huh.
The liver is basically healthy. We already know that the deceased didn't abuse alcohol. The question is, what about drugs or other substances? I move on to the heart.
Heart time. Oh.
Oh. At a glance, we can see signs of a heart attack. The deceased is definitely too young to have a heart attack due to natural causes. The liver is enlarged, not from alcohol poisoning, and the heart looks like it has collapsed. So, I guess we need to go to the centrifuge and check for these barbiturates. The last time I saw this kind of poisoning was a few years ago. I better check the data in my notebook. He was a middle-aged guy. He took his medication and forgot about it. So, he took another pill. He forgot again, and took another one. And another one. Until he took the last one. That's why it's better to have amnesic drugs in boxes labeled with the days of the week. The sort of thing. Alright.
No! Alright, wait. For barbiturates... 75... 75 for... God damn it, 10 minutes. Where's my mouse? There it is. Alright, so 75 for...
We close the centrifuge and pray that it doesn't trip anything again.
It's gonna trip something. Y'all come here often?
Looks like our luck is in.
Brother.
can take the samples to the lab now.
To the lab.
I wonder how she was able to get hold of these drugs. Okay, 2 samples this time. 6 milliliters each.
Okay, so 6 milliliters. Set up this. Alright, so now we set it to 12. A little bit over.
Well, let's see.
Just a bit.
What we find. Nothing surprising. Significant amounts of phenobarbital metabolites of hepatic origin. Looks like I'll have to check the contents of the deceased's stomach.
Stomach time.
The tests showed that the collected blood contained enough barbiturates to cause cardiopulmonary collapse. The question now is whether it was an accident or a deliberate act. I'm proceeding to examine the stomach. Before extraction, I ligate the entire organ to prevent its contents from spilling out. Okay, I'm now cutting out the organ, which will move to the board for dissection.
Board time. What was that?
Normally, the stomach and intestines are full of surprises.
Alright. Slow and steady fucking wins the race here, boys. Slow and steady. Hopefully. There's a lot going on, honestly.
But not this time. We see remnants of undigested food and a dense mass of pills. You don't take this many drugs by accident. Length and width normal. No obvious pathological changes. Undigested drugs found in the stomach of the deceased. The direct cause of death was probably an overdose. I'll check the rest of the organs, and then the nervous system. Lungs are normal, no lesions. The victim was probably a smoker, but was unlikely to be in any serious danger. The deceased's trachea is normal, complete patency. No food or fluid. The deceased's intestine is normal, no clear pathological changes. Abdominal cavity checked off. We can check the brain.
Oh, we're going to the brain? My brother in Christ. Oh, we just shaved her head.
Lid of the victim's skull and remove the brain.
Hi, brain.
Brain is normal. No obvious lesions. Alright. I need to dissect it on a board.
Bro, this guy likes to dissect everything. Holy shit. Oh shit, I gotta leave.
Using a knife, I carefully cut through the brain tissue. I peek inside a bit, and... I don't think there's anything worth noting.
Bro, props to people freaking
As expected,
doing this.
the deceased's brain is in excellent condition. No discoloration or changes due to hypoxia. There is still the matter of the marks on the neck. They look superficial, but who knows? Maybe the spinal cord has been severed. I need goggles and a saber saw. I think the goggles were in the desk drawer. Oh, they're out there. ridiculous. Saw. I need saw. Fuck. I don't see it here. Oh. I know. I probably left it in the basement after its last cleaning.
Oh, Ridley. Where you at there, big boy?
Mr. Ridley, I need a key to the basement.
It's in the social room.
Why is the key lying at the... never mind. Thank you.
Hey, Hammond. Did you hear about the convoy? Well, maybe you'll get a chance to relive your glory days and catch Red Pete again, huh?
Let's hope there won't be a need for that. If only he could put that much enthusiasm into his work. I get the feeling that searching through this rubbish is more pathogenic than working with corpses.
Found it.
Please, may this be the last trip.
How do I get to head to the basement? Where do I go for that? Is it outside? You fucking lunatics.
Fuck. Why did the prison convoy have to get into an accident? Jack, take a deep breath. Deep.
Yo, where the fuck the basement at?
You're nearly finished with the autopsy. Then you can go home and rest.
Hey, yo, where the basement at, yo? Oh, there it is. Right next to whatever the fuck that is. Any whore.
I'll take the saw.
Please, nothing up.
Fuck! It's jammed! Doesn't anyone do maintenance around here? Damn Red Pete. If only.
Oh, fuck!
It would be easier if I put things away properly. Damn student lectures and their fucking props.
Fucking hell. I forgot this was supposed to be a horror game.
And like clockwork, he's already sleeping.
God damn it, Ridley. Please, nothing else. Are the lights off in there? No, they're not. Wait. Jiggle peek.
Sorry for the short interruption. I hope you all took the opportunity to grab some coffee. And now that I have everything I need, I'll move on to revealing the spinal cord.
Oh, shit.
The spine is removed. I
Ugh.
can see that the spinal cord was not severed. This shows that apart from the marks around the neck, hanging didn't negatively affect the condition of the deceased. Ladies and gentlemen, almost over. Now, to sum up and tidy away the body. The direct cause of Samantha Barker's death was a heart attack resulting from an overdose of barbiturates. Traces found on the body suggest that the overdose was a deliberate act, following a failed attempt to hang herself. The autopsy found no evidence or genetic materials indicating that death could have been the result of an attack. Third-party involvement must be excluded. Autograph, and we can start sewing.
Yeah, this is my favorite part, even though I already just fucked up my signature.
In the 1950s and 1960s, the use of barbiturates for suicide was actually quite common. I think it was most talked about after the death of Marilyn Monroe.
So we're just gonna leave her ass with no organs?
It was a help and comfort on death row. A farewell to the convicts. Well, we're done for today. Thank you for your attention.
Oh, we gotta put her back in the freezer. I don't like that.
Tiring day.
Stay your ass in there.
Pain's coming on. I guess I'll have to pick something up along the way. Gloves in the trash. Leave the apron for cleaning. Now I can go. Camera. I didn't turn. A nightcap will do me good.
Let me turn it off. Please don't pop out.
Good night, Mr. Ridley. The police will pick up the body and accompanying documentation in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I guess there are actually two things in this world you can be certain of. Death and Ridley's reluctant attitude.
Hell yeah.
Alright, maybe three things. My whiskey on the rocks when I get home.
Man is drinking again. Holy shit. This game isn't...
So cold. I guess I should have brought my jacket to work.
Oh,
This
no.
block can be quite intimidating when it's so quiet. Almost there. Stephen didn't want to go out for a drink tonight, so I'll drink my whiskey in the company of my TV. Shit. I forgot the muffin. Well, Ridley will have a nice treat for the night. I'm sure he'll be his happy, thankful self tomorrow.
Really? Is this my...
What? What the fuck? But I locked it. I'm sure of it.
Somebody just trashed my shit. Alright. I'm gonna stop it here. Just because I do have to leave soon. So, thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope you guys did enjoy. I've been waiting for this game for so fucking long. And now I finally have it, and now it is living up to things. So, thank you guys so much for joining me today for the first episode of Autopsy Simulator. I hope to see you guys again. I am going to be posting this series a lot more because I fucking love this game already, even though I just got past the prologue in Chapter 1, and I want to kind of save it for the next time. So, again, thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.